Hi folks, I hope that you guys are doing pretty well. So today is Friday, the 1st of March 2024, and this video is going to be my 42nd world first biblical deciphering. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you some prophecies which are actually married to one another. And so I have written down here a program of notes, if you like, regarding what I'm going to be talking about. Okay, so basically, what I'm going to be talking about today is what happens first at Jesus' second coming. Okay, now for those people that love eschatology like I do, then this is going to be a very important video. Okay, so what happens first at Jesus' second coming? What Jesus is going to do at his second coming. First, he's going to fight against the nations that have come against Jerusalem. Okay, this is what happens first. So if you look at the prophecies in Zachariah 14, verse 2, he's going to gather all nations against Jerusalem. And then in Zechariah 14:12, he's going to smite all the people or all those nations that have come against Jerusalem. Okay, so he's going to smite them. Now, I want you to pay very close attention to the word smite, because Zechariah 14:12 is actually married to Revelation 19:15. Okay, because he's saying he, Jesus, should smite the nations. So what I'm saying here is that the word smite appears twice. Okay, therefore we have a perfect match. So just to summarize, if you read 14:12, the word smite appears. Okay, and also it appears in Revelation 19 as well. So we got a perfect match. So this is what happened first at Jesus' second coming. The prophecies of Zechariah 14:2 and 14:12, okay, gathering the nations and then smiting them, and also according to Revelation 19:15, 19:15, yeah, that's right. Now, what happens second after Zechariah's prophecies of 14:2 and 14:12? Well, second afterwards is the judgment of the nations, if you like. So once Jesus has smite all the nations, all those that he gathered, all those nations that he gathered against Jerusalem, he smites them, okay? And then judgment comes, okay? So this is the second thing that happens after Zechariah's prophecies, okay, of 14:2 and 14:12. So first of all, um, we see a marriage in prophecies of Isaiah chapter 30, verses 27 and 28, okay? In other words, the judgment of the sheep and the goats. And this Isaiah 30, verses 27 and 28 are actually married to Joel chapter 3, verse 2, and also Joel chapter 3, verses 12 and 14, and also they are married to Matthew 25, or chapter 25, verses 32 and 33, okay? And this marks then the end of the Gentiles era, okay? So the judgment of the Gentiles, if you like, begins in Zechariah 14:2, okay? Here Jesus is going to gather all the nations against Jerusalem, okay? And then this begins, the end of the Gentiles, and it ends in Joel 3:12, okay, with the judgment of the sheep and the goats, okay, and also with Matthew 25, verses 32 to 33. So he gathers them first, okay, in Zechariah 14:2, and ends the Gentile period, if you like, with judgment of the nations, so the sheep and the goats, if you like, okay, according to Matthew 25, verses 32 to 33, okay. So these are the prophecies that I'm gonna be going through today. So that's the program, folks. Okay, so let's begin with Zechariah 14:2. Okay, so I got it here, folks. So head over to the book of Zechariah and go to chapter 14, verse 2. Okay, for I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Okay, so first of all, at Jesus' second coming, he's going to gather all the nations against Jerusalem. And then if we head over to Zechariah 14, verse 12, okay, and then this says here, the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Okay, so basically, Zechariah 14:2 begins the judgment of the Gentiles. Okay, and then this is going to end with Matthew 25 or verses 32 to 33 or Joel 3:12. Okay, so this prophecy then of Zechariah 14, verse 12. Okay, notice this very key word. Okay, the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. So remember this word. Okay, smite. So now let us head towards Revelation 19. Okay, I got patch markers here. Bear with me. So here we are, folks, in the book of Revelation. Head over to chapter 19, verse 15. Okay, and it says here, and out of his mouth goes a sharp sword, a sword, that with it he should smite the nations. Okay, so this is pretty much begins the end of the Gentiles. Okay, so basically, just to recap, like I said here earlier on the program, okay, that I just told you that in Zechariah 14:2, the word smite appears, and then also in Revelation 19:15, the word smite appears. So have a read them for yourself, okay? So the word smite appears twice, so we got a perfect match. In other words, the beginning of the judgment of the Gentiles or the end of the Gentile period, okay? And then, so what happens after, or the second part, after Jesus smites the nations, if you like, according to Zechariah 14:12, okay? So what happens second after Zechariah's prophecies of 14:2 and 14:12, okay? Second happens since that we got to go to Isaiah chapter 30, okay, verses 27 and 28, which are married to Joel 3:2 and Joel 3:12 and 14, and to Matthew 25, verses 32 to 32, which marks the end of the Gentile period or the judgments of the Gentiles, if you like. So let us go now to Isaiah chapter 30, and let us have a look at 27, 28. There is a key word there that I need to show you. So I've got patch markers here, folks. Bear with me. Let's go to Isaiah. Bear with me because this is important, okay? So if you go to Isaiah and you go to chapter 30, okay? And head over to verses 27 and 28, okay? And it says here, behold, the name of the Lord cometh from far, meaning from heaven, if you like, burning with anger. He's going to judge, the Gentiles, if you like. And the burden thereof is heavy. His lips are full of indignation, and his tongue is a devouring fire. Now, what gives it away is the word nations here in verse 28. And his breath, as an overflowing stream, shall reach to the midst of the neck to sift the nations. Sift meaning that he's going to judge the nations, if you like, okay? He's going to sift the nations with a sieve of vanity, and there shall be a bridle in the jaws of the people, causing them to err. Okay, so this is a very key word here, nations. Okay, so Jesus is coming with great anger to sift the nations. In other words, to judge the nations, and that's why these two verses here in Isaiah chapter 30, verses 27 and 28, okay, are actually married to Joel 3:2 and Joel chapter 3, verses 12 and 14, and also to Matthew 25, verses 32 and 33. 33, which marks the end of the Gentile period. Now, let me just go to Joel then. Okay, so I got bunch markers here. Bear with me here, folks. And so if we read Joel, okay, chapter 3, and I will gather all nations, okay, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, or the Kidron Valley, if you like, and I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, who they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Okay, and then so if you read then verse 12, let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So pretty much it marks the end of the Gentile period, if you like. And then you can read verses 13 if you like. Put you in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fat overflow, for the wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. Okay, so basically, Jesus is giving the Gentiles the final judgment. Okay, so basically, like I told you in Zachariah, once Jesus judges all the nations, okay, then of course Jesus is gonna wipe a lot of them out, if you like, all those nations that have come against Jerusalem. Okay, if you read Zechariah 14:2, but then he's gonna have one final judgment against against all the nations, if you like, that have tried to separate Israel, if you like. Okay, so I will gather all the nations and I will bring them down to the valley of Jehovah, and I will plead them. I will plead them there for the people and for my heritage Israel, who they have scattered among the nations. Okay, and parted my land. So basically, then if you go to Matthew 25, okay, so let us go to Matthew 25. I've got a page marker here, okay, and you go to Matthew 25 verses 32 and 33. Okay, so head over to Matthew chapter 25 verses 32 to 33. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. So that marks the end of the Gentile period, the judgments of the sheep and the goats. So yeah, this is what I wanted to say with this video, and how we see marriages here, with these Bible prophecies of Isaiah 30, verses 27 and 20 and 28, okay? It's actually Isaiah chapter 30. These verses here are actually married to Joel 3:2, and also to Matthew 25, verses 32 to 33, marking the end of the judgment regarding the Gentiles. So it begins with Zechariah 14:2, and ends in Joel 3:12 or Matthew 25, verses 32 to 33. First he gathers them, and then he will judge them. So that is it, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.